Welcome back everybody to Planescape Torment. Alright, we're still trying to get ahead on a few quests that I really would love to try and clear out. Now, looking at my journal, I have Byron Pickett is a criminal. Yeah, get evidence that we've got the evidence, we just have to show it to a Harmonium officer. Now, I believe there may be a named Harmonium officer around the place.
Done.
I just gotta go find it. Okay. Let's just check the map. Okay, we're still in Rag Pickers Square, but I don't believe there's anything here that is basically pertaining to what I want to be doing. I think it's in the lower ward here that we go.
So, Fiendling, tell it to me straight, okay? You can't get enough of me, can you?
Oh, good grief.
Many a man's tongue's broke his nose skull.
Blah, blah, blah. Threat, threat, threat. Don't you ever get tired of being angry all the time? Sheesh.
Well, she is what she is. Right, now we wander around this place. Now, the lower ward, if I remember rightly, is where Byron Pickett is actually, that's Glitzper? Have I talked to Glitzper before? I'm not entirely sure, but let's keep going. Now, that's Cora.
Right. We need to set up Kip now.
No, we don't. Now, I have been doing a little bit of digging, and I have found, well, more of a case. Right. I suppose I did cheat a fraction.
Done.
And tried to find what the person I need to find to complete this quest. Now, I believe it is here somewhere. Where exactly, I don't know. Because the person I'm looking for is a person called Corvus. And they're just regular Harmonium officers. Duran. So we're just gonna have to wander around until we can find the officer that I'm needing.
I'm gone.
Can I open these doors?
Locked.
This may be not advisable. But
all right.
Try and look around. It's Vorton.
All right.
Apparently there is another Harmonium officer around this place that I have yet to actually find.
All right.
Nope, definitely nothing there.
I'm gone.
That's the siege.
I'm gone.
Oh, this Disarrect Tower. Huh. Okay. So we got the laborer. That's Lenny. Lenny got us. Hang on. That's the marketplace. We can have a look at the marketplace maybe. Might be in there. Drixel.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Well, I feel like we're getting closer.
All right.
Ha! Here he is. Right, you see a tall man in plate armor. The armor is of unusual construction with spikes flaring from the shoulders, elbows, and forearms. He nods at your approach, but his eyes wander around the market. Good day, citizen. I am Guard Corvus. Greetings. How may I help you, citizen? He gives you a friendly look, but glances over your shoulder. I have some questions. He nods it to you. I will help you if I can, citizen. He looks about the market expectantly. Do you know someone named Lenny? He frowns in thought. Lenny, yes, I know a thief who goes by that name. He usually can be found over by the siege tower. What can you tell me about him? He gives you a stern look. Anything I know about that individual is harmonium business, citizen. I cannot discuss such matters with strangers. Perhaps after I get to know you better. I have some questions. Okay. Who are you? He gives a slight bow. I am a Harmonian Guard Corvus, citizen. I help keep the peace here at the market. He glances about for a moment, then looks at you. Tell me about the Harmonium. Our belief is simple. We are the light, we are the way, we are the order, we are truth. We maintain and enforce order here in Sigil. We police the city. He looks about again. I see. I have other questions. Try and see what he is looking at. You glance over your shoulder and notice a young lady wandering around about the market. Corvus seems to have his eyes locked in her. You seem preoccupied. What are you looking at? He snaps his attention back to you. I beg your pardon, citizen. Please excuse me. His eyes wander back to the young woman and his voice fades almost to a whisper. She has the voice of an angel, and she is such a pretty young thing, he sighs. Why don't you go talk to her? He seemed quite infatuated with her.
Updated my journal.
An uncomfortable silence fills the air. Finally, he turns his attention back to you. I just couldn't. I mean, a woman like that. Well, she must be. He sighs and pauses for a moment. Was there anything else I could help you with, citizen? I have some other questions. Do you know someone by the name of Byron Pickett? He frowns and nods his head. Yes, I'm familiar with Byron. I have evidence that proves he is involved in a criminal acts here in Sigil. He looks at you with interest. Oh, may I see this evidence? Give him the papers.
Updated my journal.
He examines the papers thoroughly, then folds them and puts them away. He nods to you and smiles. Excellent work, citizen. These documents are quite detailed in their content. I personally will see to it that Byron Pickett is taken before the courts. He salutes you and turns to leave. I shall return shortly. All right. He soon returns and smiles at you. The deed is done. Pickett has been removed from the streets. The evidence has been presented to the courts, and soon he will stand trial. He gives you a slight bow. Once again, I thank you. Thank you, I must be going. This lady that he's infatuated with, who is she? I want to know. Female shopper, female. It's got to be a named... Is it a named female or no? Surely it must be. Female shopper. Male shopper. No. Hans, Laszlo. No, there's nothing but female shoppers here. Ha. Huh. You would have thought, with making such a song and dance about that sort of thing, that there might be something more to it. Well, there's not much to lose. An unremarkable woman. Greetings. Have some questions? Never mind. Unremarkable. Oh, Karina. Aha! You see Karina. She smiles at your approach. Hello again. How are you this fine day? I have some questions. She nods her head. All right. What do you want to know? Never mind. Farewell. That's weird. I've got to be able to do something for these two. Play matchmaker or something. I have to do this. Have some questions. looking at? Preoccupied. Go talk to her. I must be going. Ah, unrequited love. How sad. I finished my quest though, so I can I can leave. Right. Now I've got to try and remember this other quest that I was stuck on with Nestor and his fork. I've got to remember the FOP house. I think it's here.
You know, Fiendling, I see the way you look at the chief. Nothing to be ashamed of. Why'd you say something?
I'll never tell him how I feel. Nor shall you prattle on to him about
Oh,
it. There's a mark of doom on him. I'll not sway him from his path. Do you hear me, Skull?
wow.
All right. Calm down. Sheesh.
Do you got something to say, Anna, or no? All right, map. So that's the FOP house. Now I believe Porian. What? That name rings a bell for some reason. This one addresses you, Porian. Do you have the neck rope of beads that was stolen? Where do you keep it? Was stolen? Angry words were traded, item lost. Yep. By the bar that burns inside. The three were outside the place dressed in black and red. Three robbers dressed in
Updated
okay.
my journal.
Hey! I know the place at least. Alright, let's just pause for a second. And see. Hive Dweller, Hive Tout. Hive Thug. Harlot.
Right.
Yep, don't really want to be talking to the harlots. Collector.
Done.
Oh, really? No, he doesn't want anything to do with us. More harlots. Hive thugs, hive thugs.
All right. All right.
Apparently. Hive tout, hive thugs. Maybe is in the FOP house?
I'm gone.
Let's have a look. Right, Hive Dweller, Barabur, Nestor. Okay, definitely not in here. Apparently this guy, this thief, is around here someplace.
All right.
Fleece?
I must rest.
There's no rest for the wicked, my friend. Okay, there's dabbards all over the place.
All right.
Collector, harlot. Fleece. Well, let's talk to Fleece. You never know, we might be able to get somewhere. Although I believe I've already spoken with him. You see a man who's lost looking at buildings with some confusion. He's lost and looks mumbling to himself. The man looks relieved. At last, I beg your indulgence, good sir. It seems I've got turned around in the maze of streets. He chuckles uncomfortably. I'm afraid this area of the city is somewhat... He glances around apprehensively, unknown to me. The resident seems most unwilling to extend aid to a visitor. He looks at you hopefully. Could I prevail upon you to help me perchance? Certainly. Where are you trying to go? I seek the house of my aunt Mariguette. She is reported to dwell in a house close to the mortuary, but the street layout seems to have changed since my last visit. Do you know which of the house with which I speak? I'm afraid I've never heard of such a place. Close to the mortuary. I suppose it would be too good to fortune to hope that you would know of such a place. He nods slightly and thanks. Well, thanks for your time, good sir. It is most welcome on these streets. Farewell. As you turn away, Anna suddenly steps close to you and rubs up against you. What are you doing? Anna nods back at the man who's still standing around, staring at the buildings. That sick bastard pilled you, he did. Anna smiles. You best take care of rat in your bomb box or you might get short of jink in the end. What are you talking about? She holds out a handful of coins, which she hands to you. Oh, you jink. Back to your owner, eh? She throws another glance back. He's a piss-poor blighter, he is. Can they pick a Burke's pork without ringing the bells of Sigil? He peeled you. I peeled it back. She smiles. Aye? Hey, thanks. Anna nods and gives an evil smile. Aye, was my pleasure. So it was. All right, let's go. Well, according to my information sources, there's a guy called a person. Oh, 1 year. That's the one I was after. You see a shady-looking fellow standing before you, picking his teeth with what appears to be a tiny metal fork. His chest is covered with patchwork armor adorned with large spikes, and a long knife hangs at his side. You notice he is missing his right ear. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
He regards you coolly from the shadows, as if sizing you up. I said, greetings. What's the matter? Your other ear not working? The one-eared tiefling scowls at you threateningly. Pike off, Burke, or I'll have your guts for garters. You wouldn't happen to have lost that ear while robbing an old man here in the hive. I don't know what you're talking about, Burke. He glances at you angrily. Now I suggest you mangle carcass out of my sight before I carve my name into you. Certainly, just give me the fork you stole from him and I'll be on my way. With a flash of movement too quick to follow, he whips his knife from his sheath and begins waving it menacingly before you. Why don't you come and take it from me, Burke? Why don't you put that blade away before you get hurt? You sure to have a sharp tongue, Burke. I think I'll cut it out and feed it to you. Yeah, he lunges at you, knife leading the way. Defend! Well, this is going to be short. He's dead now. He's dead, Jim. Right. Fork. Stiletto. Anybody else want some? No? Okay. Let's go finish a quest. Right. Now, Nestor. We go speak to Nestor, finish his quest off. Hey! The old man stops frantically pacing, glances at you nervously. Fork? 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 Can't go home without my fork. Is this the fork you speak of? Nestor hastily snatches up the fork. My fork! My fork? Fork, 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 fork! Ho, ho, ho! He hops up and down excitedly, waving the fork back and forth in an elaborate pattern above his head, as if he was performing some sort of ritual. Now I can go home! Farewell! Ho, ho! Farewell, Nestor. Now Nestor turns to leave, then, as if struck by some afterthought, he turns back around and hands you a scrap of something soft and rubbery, the severed ear. Upon closer examination, you notice that there is an earring still dangling from it. Pocket the earring and discard the rotting piece of flesh.
My journal.
And he just GTFO'd. So then I should be able to talk with Barrier. You see a tall figure of a creature standing before you. The lower portion of the body resembles that of a goat. However, just above the powerful forelegs, its shape takes on more of a human appearance, with a man's torso, arms, and head, all which are covered in polished armor. The creature's eyes are closed and appears to be sleeping. Greetings? The creature snorts briefly, then its eyes remain shut. Apparently, it is not a light sleeper. Let the creature sleep. Okay, so we can talk to Arlo. So Nestor's gone home, eh? May the old sod wasn't so balmy after all. He gives you a hearty slap on the back. Now maybe we can all get some rest around here. Feel free to set up camp here at any time, Cutter. Leave.
Updated my journal.
Fantastic, let's sleep. Because that'll be a great idea. You must obtain permission to rest. Oh, come on. I would like to rest a while. Thank you. Because the rest of my companions really wanted to sleep, so I let them sleep.
If you don't like me staring, why do you wear that, you know, that vest?
It lets my skin breathe, you idiot.
Well, sure takes my breath.
Oh boy, that's just funny. I wonder if he's still deep asleep. Whatever will wake him up? I don't know. Maybe Arlo can shed some light on this. Ask some questions. Nope, never mind. Go away. Alright, well, it looks like we're not going to be doing much more there. Smoldering Corpse Bar. I wish to go this way.
I'm gone.
Can't go. What? There we go. Want to go that way. Right, the actually, no, don't want to go to the mortuary. Let me think. Where did I want to go? Smoldering Corpse Bar. I think that's in the part of the hive. And it is.
Fiendling, if that accent was any thicker, you wouldn't be able to breathe.
If I were you, I'd be prepared to pick up your teeth.
I love the extra
Been there,
banter.
done that, Fiendling. Pain? Yeah, it's old hat.
Right, now these hive thugs are probably the ones we get to basically beat up. Greetings. The man does not speak, he only glares at you. It doesn't look like he's the leader of this small band. Farewell then. How about you? Greetings? Maybe you're the leader? The heavy-set thug is swathed in rags, dyed red and black. He looks like he is made of almost purely of muscle. He glowers at you as you approach. Greetings. How can I help you then, governor? The man's face breaks into a sneer. Looks to me you need a healer. Are you one of the ones that robbed the monk in the hive, took his prayer bead necklace? Some sod with lines scrawled all over his face? Claimed he could put us all in the dead book. Yet he lets us bob him blind. The man gives a slow, toothless smile. Never heard of such a sod, I haven't. Bugger it. I'm going to be the sod. Perhaps you better give me back his necklace before I put you all in the dead book. I'll be watching what you be letting those threats fly, governor. You let slip with your tongue and I'll give you a second smile, Jig. If you can think you can take me, come on. And we're in combat. Right. The Nameless One attacks the hive. Okay, so Anna takes that guy. Mort, you take that guy.
Endure.
Now,
Enduring, grow strong.
Reign of Anger, Power of One? Really? Leave it alone. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, Anna. Yep. How about attack this guy? Leave the thug alone. I was just way too quick.
I'm gone. Done.
Never mind.
Right.
It was an easy pickings anyway. Prayer beads. Okay. I don't have enough inventory space, so let's get someone else to do it.
I shall serve.
Right. Yep.
Your path is mine.
Yeah, grab the battle axe.
I hear your words. I will hear you. I shall serve.
Right. Now, I must have not done the spells. Journal screen, pre-scrolls. No. Statistics, okay. There's definitely no leveling up. Mage spellbook. Aha. Submerge the wheel, Rain of Anger. So level 2 spells, level 3 spells. I can't learn level 3 spells quite yet. Although I have a level 3 spell that I've given him. So he's going to have to take some leveling up to do. Alright. Whatever. So now we can go back to that monk, which I think is back here in this part of the hive. Okay, that's fleece. Yeah, Porian. Come on. I don't know what's going on here, but
I'm gone.
it's a little bit bizarre. You see Porian, he still stands grimly to the street, paying no heed of the passers-by. This one addresses you, Porphyrian. As you speak, the angles of Porphyrian's face relax in a series of strange curves. This one would ask, do you have the neck rope of beads that was stolen? I think so. Is this it?
Updated my journal.
This one sees what you hold. These are the beads once missing. He takes them back from you. You notice his hands have the same tracery lines upon them as his face. This one has a question. How did you get the beads from the 3? I killed them and took the beads. This one is content. The message of violence has been conveyed. This one bestows several welcome thanks, yes? The pleasure is mine. I have a question for you though. If you cannot enter combat, how did you get your warrior training? This one clarifies. Is it Erit Agi may train with one there is no anger between them? I see. Could you teach me how to use these weapons? This one could instruct you, yes, but this one warns you. Without the knowledge of violence comes temptation to use it. I sure hope so. This one speaks. It is your will to leave behind your previous profession. The path of the warrior cannot be walked upon with an unfocused mind. I have no profession other than fighting at this moment. I would walk the path of the warrior. This one will instruct. The lines on his face fold into triangles. These things comprise of angles of your training. Focus, experience, proficiency. Alright. I don't understand. Can you explain?
My journal.
This one will speak of the focus first. For teaching to take root, you must have focus. You must be committed to the path of the warrior. The warrior is your profession, no wonder. Understood. I can only be the fighter class if I want to learn about weapons. What is the next angle of training?
Updated my journal.
This one will speak of experience second. True knowledge of combat comes only with experience. The limit is to how much weapon instruction one may absorb. When you reach new level in Art of Warrior, it may be that you are ready for new instruction. Understood. There is a limit to how much I can learn at first, but this limit may increase when I reach to a new level. What's the next angle of training? The one will speak of proficiency third. There is only so much one can learn about any weapon. This one would add, there is only so much that this one can teach. Knowledge of the weapon comes at 3 levels. The ignorant, the proficient, the specialized. There are levels between each of these, which the student has surpassed previous learning, but has not truly reached the plateau of the next skill. And what are these levels? This level of ignorant is this. When one does not know the weapon they use, the attack is clumsy, the damage is less than its potential. It sounds like to me when I awoke on the mortuary slab. Go on. What's the level of proficient? The level of proficiency is this. When one has learnt the weapon, he is said to be proficient in its use. His attacks are no longer clumsy, they come swiftly and surely. And the level of specialist?
Updated my journal.
The level of specialist is this. When one goes beyond proficiency, he becomes specialized in the use of the weapon. The weapon is no longer a tool, but an extension of will. Alright, I understand. What can you teach me of weapons? This one was trained in the hand, the blade, the stave, the hatchet, and the scimitar. Which would you like to know? And fists? Yep. Yep. It strikes swiftly, damage, crushes the bones of the opponent. There will be weapons you may find, heavy gauntlets, punch daggers, even the cestus. These will do crushing, piercing, or slashing damage. Your knowledge is limited. Do you wish to use a portion of your talent to attain the level of proficient in this weapon? Yes.
Updated my journal.
This one can teach you no more. Do you know you have already achieved the level of proficient in the use of such a weapon? This one can only instruct you in the final lesson. Find a master to learn more, if indeed it is possible to learn more. Remain devoted to the path of the warrior. It shall not be long before you reach the limits of knowledge. Alright, what about other weapons? Say axes? Yes.
Updated my journal.
Okay, one competency. The knowledge comes to you swiftly. You take instruction well. Thank you, that's all I wish to know today. So, we found another trainer. So, that's cool. Anything else in my journal that's left? Quests. Hey, wow. So, go to the cathedral located at the center of the hive. Right, let's try and find that, eh? I dare say that would be in the alley of dangerous angles. Let's go down here. And I believe we go up through here.
I'm gone. All right.
At least I think. Because this is the marketplace. Right. Okay, this is the alley. So we're going to leave it right there. Thank you all for joining me for this episode of Planescape Torment. If you've liked the episode and liked the series thus far, do go ahead and click that like button for me. And of course, if you're interested in anything else I've done in the past, check out some of the playlists over to the right-hand side. I've been Raetac. I'll see you next time.